Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm jumping right in and getting started inside my Serenity journal. Very excited about this. If you missed the previous two videos, I had a setup video where I shared items from the collection and things I would be using. I had a video where I created these little journaling cards out of some game cards that were included this month. And I also have a video where I created these bags. So if you want to see any of those videos, those links will be in the description box down below. Otherwise, let's jump in. Oh, I'm so in love with this collection. Those of you who received it know these avocado dyed papers are so unique this month. I just am in love with them. So in love with them. Can't wait to get started. Can't wait to see the end result with this. So I'm loving the inside cover, and like usual, I just like to start on the front page. I don't go sequentially throughout the book, but for some reason I just really like to start on the front page and on the pocket. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do over here this time. That's definitely too clashy. So there were a lot of items included this month, so there's a lot of things to play with. But I've been sharing in my videos that I picked up this collection by Simple Stories. It's a new one that's out right now, and it's Simple Vintage Garden District. And I saw it and I just knew that it would be so beautiful in this journal that I could not resist it. Part of the reason I couldn't resist it is because I am quarantined at home and I can't go shopping. So I saw it online and I thought, oh my goodness, that would be so pretty in this collection. Plus, I just love the bird paper. So anyway, I have this paper and I know I want to use it in my book. I also have some of the ephemera. This is just stuff I threw in here, but I have ephemera pieces from the collection because I enjoyed using the few pieces that I had in my wings journal. I just really liked making clusters with that because I struggle with clusters. So yeah, I thought that would just be a lot of fun. Getting started here in the front cover on this pocket. I really like this soft muted doily that came in the collection. I might use that in the background. And forgive my hands, I've been doing a lot of inking and painting, and yeah, it's definitely starting to show up on my hands. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this. It's kind of annoying because this back of this pocket is sticky. Where are you going, buddy? Yeah, I thought so. But the thing about the sticky is it doesn't really stick to the paper very long. I always end up needing to glue it down, so I'm not really that concerned about preserving it. It's not that great, really. I'm going to start by gluing this doily down. I'm trying to stop overthinking things. I have a habit when I'm layering my papers and my fabrics to overthinking them. So I'm trying not to do that. I just want to get it down. It's gonna work out. Okay. I know I want to trim this doily. So how are you guys today? I hope you're doing great. I don't know what day this video is going to post. I've been filming quite a few videos. I'll definitely save that because there's a couple great pieces there. I'm so excited to be sitting here and crafting. Do you feel that way? Have you been able to be at home and craft? I was crafting so much. You know, at the beginning of this quarantine, I was really catching up on all my journals, which is kind of crazy how much I did in such a short period of time that now I'm caught up and I'm like, what am I going to do after this? It's been so long since I have actually, I don't know, been able to think outside of my responsibilities with my channel to do extra fun things. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but in my brain, it does. But yes, I am having so much fun, and I do actually have ideas for videos up and coming. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Anyway, what do I want to do? I need to ink this. I have this bundled sage, but that matches the doily. I have worn lipstick, but I think this is a little too vibrant, and the thing that bugs me about these inks sometimes is I feel like I don't have enough pinks. All right, I think I'm just going to use bundled sage. Like that sticky envelope against that table. It's really just not that good of a sticky pocket. I always find that if I just use the sticky and I don't glue them, they pop off later and I have to re-glue them. So I've just started gluing them down. All right, I realized that I didn't pick out any trims. I always like picking out some trims for my journal. And because this one is so potentially shabby and garden-esque, I definitely wanted to pull out the vines again. I know that I used this very heavily in my fairy collection that I posted recently, but come on, it has some cascading leaves here. It definitely needs at least a few vines. And I also pulled out the little rosette trim from Hobby Lobby. I have this one with those pretty colors in there. I don't know. And probably just some basic lace I will use along with the typical cheesecloth and, knowing me, burlap and linen because that's what I love. So I don't know, let's see. I feel like this needs some kind of cluster. I have my giant basket here of scraps, and it isn't supposed to have fabric scraps in it, at least like larger fabric scraps, but I found myself cleaning my craft room and throwing them in here, so it's a little discombobulated. I also have this. This was a women's dress. I loved the lace fabric on it. I picked it up at Goodwill and I avocado dyed it. I don't know if the colors are coming through, I can't tell, but I definitely want to cut up some of this and use it. I think that's a little too big for that pocket though. I also did some lace curtain. I dyed some lace curtain. Maybe if I just take off a chunk of it. Yeah, it's great when you can pick up some lace panels at the thrift store. Remember that? Going to the thrift store? Remember how much fun that was? Oh my goodness. Yes, I miss the thrift store. Anyway, when we get to go back to the thrift store, picking up some lace panels is always a great option for getting a good deal on some material that you can tea stain or coffee stain, whatever it is that you like to use. So this fun music came in the collection. I don't know. I'm going to take off one of these music staffs. I really like these notes. I think they're fun. That's kind of fun. I like that. Giant notes. Milo just isn't sure where he wants to be. He's checking out all of his various spots. Make sure one of the other cats hasn't been sitting in his spots. They're so funny how territorial they can be. I replaced the screens in my craft room. I'm in the upstairs. And in the summer, I have to have a window unit because our air conditioner just doesn't cut it. And it gets hot up here. And it's funny because both of my girls, their rooms were upstairs, you know. And when my older daughter, when she moved to school and got her own apartment, I moved my craft room upstairs. And I'm like, wow, it's really hot up here. And they're like, yeah, Mom, we've been telling you that for the last 18 years. Oh, man. And it's not just hot, it's muggy. That's the problem. It gets pretty muggy. So I need to put a window unit in the window, but until it is too, warm. I like having the windows open. And there was no screen in this window. So I was so excited. I got on Amazon, again, Amazon. I don't know if I talked about it in this video or the last video, but I got on Amazon and I ordered everything I needed to replace the screen in the window frame. And I did it myself. I was so proud. At first, my husband was like, well, gee, I'm so glad you're picking out some projects for me. And I just stayed quiet because I knew I could figure out how to do a window screen, okay? So I did. I did the window screens myself. And look at that giant bird. I wish I would have had him last month. So anyway, now I have my windows open. And I have 3 cats, and all 3 of them are fighting over the 2 windows as to who they belong to. You know how that is, if you're a cat person anyway. I kind of like that. And I'm really enjoying adding little words and things right now, so I know that I will go back and do that. I'm just going to start gluing this down. Anyway, I know I mentioned in my last video that we've had some nice weather, and it's so nice to be able to get outside, even just to open up the house, have the windows open, that fresh air after a long winter. It's just so nice. It's nice to get out and have the sun on your skin, and you're pale white. I've turned into the whitest person ever over this winter. I like this art glitter glue on these, on things that aren't paper. It is water-based, and you know why I like acrylic, acetone-based glue on paper, but I do like it on this kind of thing where you need it to dry clear, and if it's thick enough, it isn't going to affect and warp your paper. I love these music notes. That's fun. I think I'm using frayed burlap instead of vintage photo only because my vintage photo is extra goopy right now. I kind of overdid it when I was re-inking it, and now I have to pay the consequences of an over-inked ink pad. And that can be a little stressful. But I love this frayed burlap color. They're really pretty similar, actually. Just gonna glue down this little guy. So, I don't know if I already asked, what have you guys been doing to keep busy? Those of you who are staying at home. Those of you who are still going to work, I thank you. Thank you for keeping our society and economy flowing. I think my glue bottle is about shot. All right, I've always been switching out my tips. I don't know, those of you who use Fabri-Tac or the Beacon glues, have you noticed how they change their tips and you have to cut them? And then you only want a little bit of it cut off, but you have to cut deeper, and then it makes this giant hole. It's very frustrating. It sends out way too much glue. So anyway, I've been switching my caps as I open new glue. Anyway, what have you been doing to keep busy? I had a thought. I had a question that I wanted to ask with that, and now I can't remember. Oh, I wanted to mention I have been playing with my silhouette. I have not. I'm going to look for some washi really quick. All right, I'm just grabbing this drawer. I'm sure there's something in here that looks attractive. I love this. This is some Maggie Holmes washi I've picked up at Tuesday Morning, back when we could go to Tuesday Morning. Oh, yes. I'm going to use this art glitter glue. I like to glue it down because I don't trust it. Anyway, I'm so bad getting on video and like cutting all my sentences off. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better. Like, finish your thought. It's a video. You can't just... I'm telling you guys, it's hard to talk to the camera, and it's a little bit different than if you were talking to someone in person, you know? Anyway, I've been playing with my silhouette. I have not played with my silhouette in quite some time, which is sad, but I've just been so consumed with junk journals and life in general. So I took some time in between collections and played with my silhouette. See, it's those kind of things. You can't pause. You have to complete your thoughts. Anyway, and I was making some 3D items. Sometimes I get sucked into specific kind of videos for a while, something I want to learn how to do, and I'm just really intrigued. I've always loved friend mail. Those of you who have been part of my channel for a long time know it's really why I started my channel. Dollar Tree and friend mail. And I get a lot of messages and comments about Dollar Tree hauls. Lynette, I miss your Dollar Tree hauls, and I know one of these days I'm going, well, actually, I would love, now that I have my camera set up permanent in my craft room, that is so helpful. And I would love to share. I don't shop Dollar Tree at all like I used to. I had a problem. It's easy to do, isn't it? But I would love to share that stuff again. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent in the wrong direction. My silhouette. I was watching some girls with the friend mail thing, and I just love all of the 3D stuff they're coming up with and the SVG files they're creating. I always love watching them, and you know, they have their things that they love. And I just was so excited to get the silhouette out and make some of those 3D projects, which I did, and I had so much fun with it. It was just so relaxing and enjoyable. You know, sometimes it's just fun to do something different. Break out of the mold, do something different. I think I'm going to put these hearts down here or up here. Up here. So I had a lot of fun with that. And then I ran out of glitter paper and things, so got on Amazon, good old Amazon, ordered some glitter cardstock, which hurt. It hurt to buy that kind of thing on Amazon because you're not, you know, using your coupon, getting it for 40% off or something, but that's okay. Desperate times call for desperate measures. There. I'm liking this. I love using washi in my journals. It's definitely a great way to, you know, try to use your washi. Let's see, I need some hearts back here. I should have shared my 3D projects, but I didn't this time. I will next time because I definitely want to make some more. I was making some of those 3D books. Oh my goodness. And I tried to make them look like journals, and I love them. They were a lot of fun. So I know I will be making some more of those, and I'll definitely share them next time. Okay, I think I've washed that guy up enough. I think I need to ink it though. So yeah, I'm curious if you guys have been doing anything different. The other thing I got on Amazon for, it's so crazy, you know, with everybody at home and everybody's kids at home, and people are finding things to do to stay busy and to keep their kids busy. I went on Amazon looking for fluorescent colored paint, and I'm telling you, all of the paint is like gone. It's like sold out. It was crazy. I'm looking at all of the acrylic paint and it's gone, except for the expensive stuff, you know. I'm just looking for some cheap stuff. But yeah, I'm like, wow, this has to be because everyone is at home, which is awesome. You know, as a crafter, I think it's awesome. At least that part of it. You got to look for the silver lining sometimes, right? People are at home crafting, painting, doing fun things with the kids, and I love that. Well, you guys know, I have a YouTube channel. I love inspiring creativity. I love watching people learn to do new things, try out new things, trust yourself, enjoy yourself, no matter what it looks like in the end. That is my passion. I would love to teach. I love that kind of thing. I homeschooled my kids, I taught Sunday school, and it always involved using your hands, you know. So it made me smile that they were out of paint. It's just funny, just a funny thing. Okay, put my little card in here. I always glue this thing on crooked. Oh, there. I actually got it a little straighter this time. I want to do something to this page really quick before we quit. All right, so I have this scrap doily, and I think I might carry it on over to this side, which means I'll probably end up making a little bit of a cluster here. To save my overthinking self, I'm just gluing it down right now. Right now, I'm gluing it down. And I have to admit, I am loving the thought of some gold vines up that page. Again, I know I just did this in my fairy journal, but I can't help it. I love these things. All right, I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine really quick and stitch this down. All right, so you guys know I'm obsessed with my little pieces of ephemera. I like having a little piece of ephemera up here. Maybe I want the tiniest piece of this pink cheesecloth. With my butterfly. It's not really the tiniest piece, is it? I think I like this yellow butterfly better. So, you guys, I haven't mentioned yet. I filmed so many videos today and I haven't mentioned it. Over in the Facebook group, which hasn't seen a lot of action from me lately, and I apologize for that. It's really because I've been so focused on YouTube. I need to figure out how to do everything at once. Anyway, I've always needed to figure out how to do everything at once. Oh my goodness. Anyway, over on Facebook, Crystal is Happy to Plan, and she has been designing for my collections ever since the beginning. I love her. She is such a blessing, and she does amazing things with the collections, as does the rest of the design team. But I'm talking about Crystal here for a minute. If you guys aren't following her, go follow her. You will not be disappointed. You will love her. Anyway, she hosted a craft day this past Saturday on Zoom. I know that a lot of people are unfamiliar with what Zoom is, but we're using it for our church groups and things. It's been a great way to stay connected with people. It's a lot like Skype. It is Skype. That's what it is. It is just like Skype. So you are video chatting with people and you're hanging out and crafting together. Crystal hosted a group crafting time for the Facebook group, and nobody really responded. And we started kind of messaging a few people, well, Crystal mostly, and saying, hey, come hang out, her friends and stuff. So on Saturday, we did this craft day, and she scheduled it for 2 hours. We hung out. We had so much fun. We hung out for 2.5 hours, you guys. 2.5 hours. It was so much fun. Now, I will tell you, it was out of my comfort zone. It's out of my comfort zone. I'm shy. I'm introverted. I'm a quiet person. What am I going to say? Worried about what I'm going to look like. You know, all of the typical stuff. But use your laptop. Let me tell you, it's easier if you use your laptop because you can see everyone at once. We had Kim from Creative Crafticality. Karina showed up, Lisa, another beautiful soul from my design team. I think that was all of us at one point. And people come and go. You can come and go. You can go make a cup of coffee if you need to make a cup of coffee. But the fun thing was hanging out and chatting. And it was so much fun. And once I got over the weirdness, quote unquote, of hanging out on the computer, I started crafting. I was getting projects done. Everybody was getting projects done. And we were just laughing and asking questions that we always wonder about each other or whatever, you know, talking about our kids, talking about life. And it was like hanging out with girlfriends. It was so much fun. So I told Crystal that we definitely have to do it again. If you are part of the Facebook group and I'm telling you, if it makes you uncomfortable, if it makes you nervous, push through it. Do it afraid. It's so worth it. It is so much fun. And I feel like I know those girls so much better. And in the next video, I will share a really crazy story with you about how small of a world it is. It's just the things that you learn about each other, you know? So now it was just a blast. I told Crystal we have to do it again. If you aren't part of the Facebook group, please go join so you don't miss that invitation. It'll be a group event that is posted in the group, and then you can say you have to join, say you're going, and she will send you a link to her Zoom and the password that you'll need to get in and everything. I would love it for any of you to join because it was just so much fun. You would not be disappointed. Anyway, with that little plug, it's not just a plug, you guys. I'm telling you, it was so much fun. All right, that's it. I got my front page done, so we will be moving on, but that's the end of this video. Again, all the links for the previous videos will be in the description box down below. The Facebook group, the design team. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Otherwise, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.